just coming off the open week, and it gave us a time to get some of our guys healed up, and we had a lot of bumps and bruises. But we're going to hit an 8-week stretch here where we're going to have to go play our best football. And we have yet to play our best ball up until this point. We can improve at every position. And, just having a meeting, even talking to the players, I said we can play much better than what we have played. First 2 weeks we came out and we were executing, doing a really good job. And then the last 2 weeks we haven't done very well. But if you look at it, we need to start fast, and we need to play fast. We need to play physical. We need to win on first down, and we need to get a rhythm, get into a flow of the game. And that's what we haven't been able to do. But the open date came at the right time for us. So now it's time for us now. It's going to be a one-game season, and we're going to have to play well.
Charlie, can you give us an update on your injury situation? You had several guys dinged up against.
Yeah, most of our guys will be back. Just not to single out anyone individually. Going into that open week, I gave a lot of guys that have played a lot. I gave them some time off and let our young players really get to work in. But this week we practiced on yesterday, and most of our guys were back. So they have the day off, and we'll be ready to go on Tuesday.
You had any theory why y'all haven't started well the last couple of games?
No, really haven't. You go on the road at Illinois, we're down. We're entering the fourth quarter, 19-7, able to come back, and then against ECU, 13-10 at the half. But we just, we have to get into the flow of the game, and we have to be balanced on offense with run and pass, and defensively, you can't allow them to run the football, because then the key thing, more than anything, but both sides of the ball, is we got to win on first down, and we're not winning on first down right now.
What are your thoughts on UMass?
Looking at them, I know that right now they're struggling. They're 2-4, but it's still a really good, solid football team. I think on defense, their linebackers, one of the leading tackler in the country. They are very multiple on defense, show you a 4-down look, but they're going to come with the blitz package, play a lot of cover one, which is man-free in the back end. And then on third down, they put a speed package on the field to try to put pressure on the quarterback. Offensively, have a really good wide receiver in Isabella. I think he has 6 touchdowns, but really is an outstanding player. We're going to have to cover him. Has really good speed. The thing he does is run unbelievable routes, just precise routes, and they find a way to get in the ball. Right now they're playing 2 quarterbacks, so we saw that. One, it's not much difference in either quarterback, but we just got to know who's in the game, and then they do a really good job of running the ball.
How did your punter get on your radar? How did y'all discover him?
Well, when we were at Texas, we had a punter from Australia. So there's a guy that kind of handles all the punters. So when we came here, he said, "Hey, I have another guy for you." And so that's how we was able to locate Snipe, because he kind of was one of those guys, if you develop a relationship with him, then he'll keep sending you a kicker. And so with a punter, with Snyder, that's how we were able to find him.
Was it that pipeline? Is that kind of what y'all tapped into with Texas?
Well, no, it really wasn't. He was in Australia, so when those guys come over to train, he'll say, "Hey, look, there's a guy at this school," and I think LSU has Utah had a punter last year. I mean, it's a lot of different schools that are finding those punters, and they're all turning up to be from Australia.
Was it much of an adjustment for Trent? Obviously, being an older guy, a number of years older than the rest of his teammates, acclimating to the team and the team taking to him, has it seemed that very easy transition?
Well, I think the reason why it was such an easy transition, because he's an older guy and very mature, so he can mix in with the guys, and it wasn't like that he felt like, since he was older, that he tried to separate himself from them. He was right there with them and having conversations with them. But the thing about Trent is, when he came in, you didn't know how old he was, because he didn't even tell him. I think later on, when I had him to speak in front of the team, he told him how old he was.
Charlie, you've mentioned the trenches haven't been too pleased over the last couple of weeks. Is that the biggest thing for you with first down, is kind of making that physicality
You always want to be physical, and you talk about just when you talk about win on first down, your defensive front, your offensive line have to win, and that's where we're not winning right now because we're not playing physical. And you have to, when you play physical, it's where you got to come out and establish the run, and you got to come out and you have to stop the run, and then you have to force. Well, on offense, we want to run the football, so. In order for us to stay physical, we have to knock people off the line of scrimmage and win at the line. Or defensively, we got to be able to stop the run and get off blocks and run to the ball and create second and long plays, which we haven't been able to do.
You talked, I'm sure, during a bye week about assessing what you can do better, but what were you and the coaches pleased with, I guess, through this first month or so of the season?
Well, I think that when you look at what we've done is, we went out, won 4 games, so you're sitting there at 4-0, so you can really sit back and really critique yourself because you're 4-0. It's better to be 4-0 and 0-4. So we felt like that. We played a lot of guys, and some guys are playing very well, and so those guys that are playing very well, they need to be recognized, but also with each position, we have to improve and get better. There's no way that we're going to hit an 8-game stretch here, and of those 8 games, 7 are conference games. And those 7, I think 4 are on the road. So we're going to have to do a really good job. We're going to have to coach well. We haven't done a really good job of coaching.
You mentioned coaching. UMass is going to be without their coach this week. Are there any adjustments you guys think you'll have to make for that?
Well, the staff is still there, so he has an offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. So it's it's just someone who's going to be in the interim position. But you're always going to miss your head coach. But we just can't. We got to worry about and handle ourselves and take care of our business.
Did you see any stability this week, just in practice from your kickers? Did they have a good week? I guess I'm asking.
Well, with Snyder right now, he's nursing an injury. But even with the field goal kickers, when we get Weiss kicking better and get Vivinetto back, then we're gonna be okay because Vivinetto is battling an injury himself. But we have to be more consistent during the kicking game. We need to kick the ball. When we kick it off, we need to get it kicked down the field. And it's all about ball placement right now. We're not placing the ball where it should be placed. And that's just going to come because Snyder's never had to do that. He's just been used to just punting the ball. But what we try to do is just shrink one part of the field. So we get that field and put the ball, get it placed where it should be, then the kicking will look much better.
Think Schneider's going to be available this weekend?
Oh, he'll be available this weekend.
Coach?
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.